Hello and welcome to Losers Watch Love Island. I'm Brandon.
I'm Crista.
And we're going to talk about episodes 20 and 21 of Love Island USA Season 6.
Woo!
Episode 19, we're recapping that first, and that was the last episode of Casa. And that's where everyone got the recoupling, and then they came back, and then none of the boys except Kane got chosen to stay on the show. So Liv is with Kane. And then the guys brought back Dea, Catherine, Sierra, and Daniela.
Mm-hmm.
And then it caused lots of drama between Janae, Serena, Kaylor.
Leah, not really.
Leah, not really.
Leah was pretty chill about everything, surprisingly.
Well, that wasn't in episode 19.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's in this episode, silly.
Right.
Okay, so episode 20, we start off where everyone is just being freed from the fire pit, and they all run away.
And the Casa girls were already talking shit, which I didn't like.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
The real girls were talking shit.
And so were the Casa girls.
No, they weren't.
They absolutely were.
No.
They complained right away. No.
Complained right away because the regular Villa girls were calling them hoes?
They are hoes.
Serena literally called them all hoes.
They are hoes.
They're not hoes.
They are hoes.
No, they're not. Jeez Louise.
And I don't like that they're like, well, the girls shouldn't act like that, but all the men acted like trash as well, but no one cares about that because they can do no wrong. No.
You and I disagree. This is not true.
That's because you love the Casa girls for some reason, and I can't wait till they go home soon.
The guys didn't do anything obscenely wrong, and the Villa girls were bitches and rude most of this time, which I understand they're all upset, but they spent this whole episode being rude.
I disagree that the men were just nice and casual. That was not how that was.
Yes, they were.
No.
Wow.
I can't wait. They're all going home, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Maybe Daniela's staying. I'll give you Daniela.
Whatever.
But that's the only one I'm giving you.
Fucking garbage.
Dea and Catherine and Sierra definitely going home.
Yeah. Kenny looked scared because he just got talking down to from Janae. We saw in the preview for this episode that he cries at some point. Janae ran away to go cry and be alone, and then some of the girls followed her. We kind of separated with the Villa girls going one way after Janae and Serena, and then another way. And then there was the Casa girls just standing there, being dumbfounded, scared and alone.
They have each other. They're not alone.
Yeah.
Kane is alone.
Kane is
Those
alone.
bitches all have each other.
Kane is alone, but doesn't have to worry about anything because he got chosen by a single person.
Well, I know the guys are nice, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Villa girls are just bitches.
So are the Casa girls.
No, they're not.
100%.
Aaron tries to talk to Janae and then talks to Serena to try get to talk to Kaylor, and it was like a progressive chart.
What?
He had to go up one level and then another level just to be able to get to Kaylor.
Well, it's because he wasn't sure if she wanted to actually talk to him yet.
Well, she didn't.
Which is fair.
And then we had that awkward conversation between Miguel, Rob, and Serena, which we have never seen any of them talk before, really. So it was just weird.
Yeah, and they said, oh, we're so close to you, and blah, blah, blah.
And talking about Cordell mostly.
But they were saying that they love her, and it's going to be okay, and everything's going to work out, and blah, blah, blah.
And then she started crying. She started crying, and then they just awkwardly both slid in to give her, side hugs. It was really weird and creepy.
It wasn't creepy.
It was
nice.
It was creepy, the robotic movements. It was creepy. And then we go over to Leah, who was lecturing Kenny and Cordell about how, the way they moved that whole time was, really sus. And
Well, it was.
Well, yeah, I guess. But, Kenny barely. Cordell for sure.
Barely. Cordell for sure.
But then you have
Aaron for sure.
But, Leah's a piece of trash. So, it's the kettle calling the pot black here. Because,
but she's not wrong in this situation.
No, but she's the least person to, lecture them and pull out the line, seeing you guys makes me not want to be loyal. No, shut up. You were immediately not loyal either.
But she wasn't as bad as they were. As Cordell was.
Well, she didn't have a relationship because she can't have a relationship for that long.
Well, she could have. She just didn't want to and cut things off with whatever the fuck his name.
Connor.
No. Connor? Oh, I'm talking about in Casa. Whatever his name was in Casa.
Ignacio.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, you're trying to compare him to Cordell, but like Leah and Cordell can't be compared because they're not both in long-term relationships on the show, quotation marks.
Okay, whatever. That wasn't the point. Anyways, it doesn't matter.
Well, what was your point?
No, it doesn't matter. Moving on. Don't care about the convo between Nicole and Kendall. Move on from it. Didn't matter. Nothing important.
Yeah, they just catch up, but they did say that George was super nice. Shout out to George. Still in the hearts and minds. Mm-hmm. Aaron and Kayla finally talk. And then he like goes through and tells them pretty much everything that we saw / he did.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's trying hard to work it out. She's obviously going to forgive him. We already know that. I already called that 2 episodes ago. Doesn't even matter. All these conversations are kind of useless.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't matter.
They're on the dock, though, so it's the most romantic spot for them to get back together for.
Said that he has a lot of ass kissing to do.
Yeah. Then we move over to Kayla, and we just follow her. And now that she's done talking to Aaron, she has to tell Liv about it.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
And then she introduces herself to the bitches.
And
She's just so sweet, and Liv wants to kill herself, which is what I would do as well.
Yeah.
I am Liv.
Yeah. A biatch.
Yeah, because I don't give a shit about these people. You're going to be here for 2 episodes, and then you're going home. It doesn't matter.
Wow.
True fact.
And then the cast girls say, like, that was really nice of Kayla because everyone else is being a bitch, and I totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
Leah and Serena chat about Cordell, and then this, like, leads into Serena crying, and that sucks. And then we get Cordell
What do you mean that sucks? You don't even care about Serena whatsoever.
I do, too.
You do not. All you do when we're watching this show is complain about Serena. So don't even try it.
I like Serena, I just don't like this part.
You don't like that she's upset that someone hurt her?
You could be upset, but she becomes like and fucking terrible.
Because she's hurt.
Yeah, and I get that.
She's in the right. She's extremely hurt.
She is so mean to literally everyone.
Uh-huh. Because everybody's treated her like shit, and all the guys are against her. And we know that. And they're all lying to her face all the time. Because all they do behind her back is, no, the other girl's way better for you.
That is true.
And it's bullshit. And I would be pissed too at everyone. It's bullshit.
Cordell and Day talk. They chat about like what's going on and like how he wants to make amends with Serena to some degree.
All I wrote is they talk, and then I wrote, shut up. Because I don't care.
Cordell is definitely regretting Casa and how he brought back Day and stuff.
Because he shouldn't have brought her back, yeah.
Yeah.
And we all know it.
Kendall apologized to Kayla, and then so did Rob. So that was nice that they came and apologized.
Kendall's apology felt fake, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think everything Kendall says sounds a little fake.
True.
It's very weird. Rob, I actually believe, because I think he's just has no personality. So for some reason, when he apologizes...
Personality?
You think Rob has a personality?
Yeah, it's not one I enjoy, but like he has one.
Boring and awkward.
Until he goes and finds a snake to throw at you. Like, what do you mean? That's a personality.
Snakes aren't his personality.
It's a big part of it, apparently.
But not on the show. Maybe on
there's no snakes out there.
Creepy TikToks we see of him picking up snakes, but I don't think that like he's that exciting on this show.
Well, exciting and not having a personality are different things.
I just find him very bland and boring and uncomfortable every time he has a conversation.
Well, yeah, and you're uncomfortable because his personality grates on you.
No, I'm uncomfortable because he just like lays there and he's just like, yep, uh-huh.
That's not true.
Cool. Yeah.
That is not
what
true.
he's like.
Not true in one bit. We go to Janae talking to Kenny. She asked why he brought Kat back. And this, like, he kissed her, and I think Janae's overreacting at this point.
She's upset.
I guess she's upset, but they were in a they were coupled up for a day.
Yeah.
Before
if you're a guy that you think everybody should just not have emotions.
Whatever.
100%.
No.
You think all these people are in the wrong and that they shouldn't be hurt or upset. But, like,
I get
it's shitty.
I get being hurt. That doesn't give you the excuse to be a monster to everyone else around.
I don't think Janae's a monster.
Janae is not at all.
I think Janae was overreacting in this, but I understand where she's coming from, and I think she has a bigger personality, and it's not as easy for her to not say what she's thinking. And also, she apologizes for it later.
Yeah, later.
And that is nice.
That is nice. Because she's just sitting here making him feel bad and berating him for, like, his decisions.
Yeah, because she's hurt and upset. And I think none of these people should have talked the same day this happened.
Yeah.
Like, no one should have been allowed to have a conversation. Everybody should have had to go to bed, not talk to each other, and then give it time for the next day. I don't know. That's what I think. I think that's why everybody's just so heated.
And I think in this, she's making Kenny feel really bad because, like, Janae has taken a lot of L's, as she says. And, like...
Which she has.
Totally agree with that. But she's, like, putting the blame for all of the past L's on Kenny now.
Yeah, but then...
And it's not up to Kenny to make up for what Connor did or...
But also, Kenny shouldn't be sitting there basically saying he regrets bringing her at all and that he doesn't want to be here if he can't be with Janae.
Well...
Then tell Catherine to fuck off and figure it out.
Well, I think this is heat of the moment, being berated and made to feel bad about everything you've done so far. And he admits later that he's he wanted to say what he said to please Janae and make her feel better. And that's just his response, which is immature, but...
And how do we think him and Catherine are going to work out to be?
Oh my goodness. I don't know.
But we do.
Yeah.
Catherine is boring.
We just didn't see a lot of Catherine because they didn't want to show us it.
But we still don't see a lot of her even in this.
Yeah, I feel like they're... Well, like, what is she going to do right now? All the guys have to run around and do, like, damage control.
But I'm talking about for the next 2 episodes, like this one and the next one, we still don't see barely anything of Catherine because she sits in her hidey hole with the other girls and doesn't really leave it. Like, at least Daniela goes out and she talks to people, and then Sierra cries a bit, but she, I think, talks more. I don't know. We just see more of all of them, and Catherine's very, like... not present.
And I think that's the show doing that to us.
Maybe.
And also you're going to show us, like, her and Kenny more, which they do, but, like, they don't have a lot going on, like, as main characters.
Because they're boring. Because Kenny is a very plain bagel human. Like, I like Kenny, but he's very, like, dry.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think he's dry?
I don't know.
I think he's kind of dry.
I don't think he's boring. I think the show's probably giving him a not great edit to show off his not boring features.
I think he might be a little boring. And
also,
that's okay, nothing wrong with boring. But
also, he leaves his conversation and cries.
Yeah.
In front of Serena and Leah, and they try to comfort him, and he's just crying in the hallway. See? Not boring.
Because he cried, that makes him not boring?
He has emotion.
How come he's allowed to cry, but every time Serena cries, you get mad?
They're fine to cry. They're not fine being monsters. Mm-hmm. And Kaylor has had her crying revoked.
Well, she cries much more in these episodes. So.
Crying revoked.
Kaylor sleeps with Aaron in Soul Ties. We all knew that was going to happen. We all knew she was going to forgive him. Janae sleeps outside as well because she doesn't want to sleep in there, even though she has her own bed. No one cares. Daniela and Rob is weird. I don't like them.
Serena's bitch again.
I just think Daniela just swapped Rob out. I wrote that. Yeah. I wrote, it's weird. It's like she just swapped Aaron with Rob. Mm. And I think that's weird.
Are you the one who put the tweet in there for the game?
I didn't. But when they read it, I was like, wow, I wrote that in my notes like 5 pages ago. Mm-hmm. Because I feel the same way. I 100% understand where people are coming from.
Yeah, but they blame the boys, not Daniela.
I don't know who to blame. I don't blame anyone. To me...
It sounds like you're blaming Daniela.
No, but their conversations and everything, it's like where she left off with Aaron, it just picked up with Rob. And there was no like... in between building that relationship with Rob. To me, it just was like, here I was with Aaron, and now I'm in the same spot I was with Aaron, now with Rob. Replace boy, put new boy in. And I don't, it might be the show. Maybe they didn't show us her and Rob building a connection, but
which I feel they probably did because, they liked each other, quote unquote.
Apparently.
From day one of Casa.
Don't believe that, but sure.
And they chatted a few times, they said.
I believe that Rob liked her because he said it, but she never spoke about Rob ever.
Yeah.
So I just don't know if I believe that or if she just really wanted to be on the show and Rob was her best option because Aaron pushed her to talk to Rob.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. It was weird. It's just weird.
Maybe.
And then Cordell. Let's move on to Cordell here.
So we're in the morning.
Cordell thinks, oh, I'll make breakfast for 2 people because that's going to be smart. And as he's making breakfast, I was like, probably shouldn't make it for Serena. It's not going to go well. She's probably going to throw it at him.
Yep.
And then he's too scared to go alone. So Rob helps him.
Yeah.
And
by bringing drinks.
Yes.
Rob is being useful.
Yes, but Rob's like, fuck my life. Like, you can tell he does not want to help, but he will, because he also knows it's a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
And then she dumps her food on him.
Yeah.
She just pushes the plate into his bare chest, and then he has egg all over him.
And avocado toast.
And avocado toast.
Good avocado toast.
I think if you were making her breakfast, sure, if you made them both, but bringing it to them both in the same room was your mistake. Because that's what makes it more uncomfortable. No one wants that.
Yeah.
The only time that was acceptable was when George brought Kaylor breakfast with whoever he was sleeping with, Nicole.
Yes.
Because Kaylor had been having a rough couple days.
Yep.
That totally makes sense why you made two people breakfast.
Yeah, because he didn't... But, like, that was George not doing the mean thing to the girl.
There was no romantic connections, and it was just him legit being a sweet guy. This was a mistake. Yeah. The minute he was like, oh, I'm going to bring it to Serena, I was like, oh, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. I would have, like, asked Rob to deliver it.
Yeah, like anything.
To make it not as...
awkward?
Yeah. And not get it, like, thrown back at you.
Yeah, because she wouldn't have thrown it at Rob.
Yeah, she would have, maybe she would have, like, flipped it or whatever, but it would have went on the floor instead of on...
But his mistake was she said, don't you dare come over here with that. I don't want it. And then he still proceeded to walk over and hand it to her. Yeah. I feel like when a girl tells you absolutely not, don't do it, especially Serena, just don't. Just say, okay, no worries. I'll leave it downstairs for you or something. And if you want to eat it, like, yeah.
Also, while they left, I want to point this out that Janae said good morning to Cordell, and then Leah was like, Janae, don't say hi to him.
Yeah,
and then Janae's just like, why? Like, he's still my boy.
Yeah,
and
fuck like, he's still my friend. Yeah, fuck, I hate Leah.
Yeah,
I am so mad that Leah's gonna make it to the end of the show. It makes me so angry that I just know.
She'll probably win it.
She's not gonna win.
She'll win it.
No. There's too many people that hate her.
No, she'll win it.
If she wins, I'm never watching another season. I hope you know that. I will boycott the show for the rest of my life because she's such
delete all our hard work.
Bitch. I can't handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Can he make hat breakfast? This is important because later all the girls except for Sierra had breakfast made for them.
Except Miguel was making Sierra breakfast while she's laying there crying that he's not making her breakfast. No, he's just making it for himself. For one, how the fuck do you know that? Have you asked? Have you gotten up? Have you talked to him? And she's like, we haven't even had a conversation. He doesn't even care about me. He's not going to make me food. All of you got food. What the fuck is wrong with you? Get off your ass.
And go talk to him.
Yeah, well, he hasn't even spoken to me. Well, he's making breakfast in the kitchen. You could go sit with him like a normal person.
Yeah.
Like, fucking cry me a goddamn river. Oh, I couldn't. That scene made me so annoyed.
I know it did.
Like, because that's ridiculous. And then they all talked about how they thought Kane was hot. So I feel like that's going to come up later.
Yeah, maybe. Miguel does bring her breakfast. And she thanks him for it. And then that's the end of that.
And I thought she like had tears in her eyes as he brought it, and he was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Aaron and Cordell go to the beach, and then they chat about their predicaments and how shitty they were, and that they're both upset. And they do comment that, like, Serena is upset because it's like an attack on her ego. That what Cordell did disrespected her, and it's not even like the emotional stuff with him, it's the disrespect, which I agree.
The hard part is that I think she's had some traumatic shit happen to her in her past with people by her reaction. It just, because she was talking about how this stuff happens to her a lot, whatever, like, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like at some point something shitty like this has happened, and I feel like it's really bringing that up again to her.
Mm-hmm.
Where I feel like somebody has disrespected her or cheated on her or something, and I just think she can't handle it.
Yeah.
Which is why you shouldn't be on the show then. But it's, like...
I feel like all of these girls, though, are all about, like, don't make me look stupid, don't disrespect.
Well, but so
like,
the guys. Kendall has said that like 15 times.
Yeah.
I'm going to look stupid. And Cordell has also said that before. They all have. They're all dumb.
All dumb. The youths.
Yeah, like that age group is stupid as fuck.
Cordell misses Serena and what they had, and like all the little fun goofiness or whatever that they had and joking around and shit. And I was just like, what did you expect? Like, you brought back Dea, which means like you broke up with Serena. So you're going to have to get over this.
But he somehow doesn't think that, just like Miguel didn't think that. Like, everybody thinks they bring these people back and it's not their couple. It's like they're single, but just have 2 women they can choose from. Like, no.
Yeah, that's
you guys
stupid.
Coupled up with these people.
Yeah.
You're so dumb. You should have left them there then if that's not what you wanted. So dumb.
But he needed to bring them both back and have them both there. Fucking stupid.
I have some angry comments about Leah.
Okay, well, we're definitely not at Leah yet.
Oh,
jeez.
I ain't got much more. I just have Miguel and Kaylor, which was a stupid combo anyway.
It was weird because, like, the 2 of them talking was weird.
Wasn't really weird. They're
no,
trying
like
to make her feel better.
Yeah, but it's weird when it's like we don't see them build these relationships. So like Miguel, like we have not seen Miguel and Kaylor like talk at all.
Yeah, but I assume they're all super close because they're stuck together 24 hours every day with no entertainment of any kind but each other.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I just know they all are actually friends. It's not really an option.
Yeah.
You know,
or your enemies.
Well, but I feel like they're all
friends.
Yeah. Because I feel like you have to be. Imagine like actually being enemies with somebody here. And having
exhausting.
Like you're stuck with them all the time. I feel like no one wants that, so they all try to at least like bury anything wrong and talk about it and fix things, you know?
Mm-hmm. In this chat, Kaylor does say that she's not going to like blame Daniela for it or be mad at her. So good for you, Kaylor.
Yeah, because it was Aaron's shit.
You're sometimes mature, I guess.
She's what, like 24? I think she's pretty young.
Yeah, they all are, except for Janae, 27.
Yeah.
Kenny chats with Catherine, and we see that again.
I think Miguel's 28.
No?
I think Miguel was older. Surprised somehow. Which I kind of can see, but also not.
Yeah. Yeah. Kenny chats with Catherine and kind of like explains what he meant when he said Janae and his conversation or Janae and his connection was stronger and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to like explain himself and he was very articulate and he was good in this conversation, like expressing his point properly. I thought I understood him.
I didn't write anything down because I didn't care.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is at the point where I felt bad for Kat and all the cast girls. I
will never feel bad for any of them, so continue.
Well, it goes on and like she has to like take a step back from him to, you know, let him deal with the Janae thing and find out which connection is stronger and needs to be explored more.
Okay, let him go back to Janae.
Yeah.
Because she's stupid forever being like, I'll just back off. That's how you lose your person.
Yeah, for sure.
In this show, and that's how you go home next.
Yeah.
Yep. So, bye.
Serena and Aaron chat. They talk about how both of them were like day one couples and they're trying to understand each other and she's trying to understand why him and Cordell did what they did. And then it kind of cuts back to Cordell and Dea playing table tennis, and it just makes it seem real sad. And then Serena cries, and it's edited to be real sad.
Sure.
And Aaron comforts her. It's nice.
Aaron comforts everybody. Aaron is nice.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's nice.
Okay, now you can yell at Leah.
Oh my God, this conversation. And Leah's like, because she's what, talking to Janae? Is that who she's talking to?
No, it's Miguel.
Oh, it is Miguel. This is the conversation. Yeah. And she's talking about how she is constantly mugged off. Girl, you're the mugger.
Yeah.
You have mugged off every person here except Rob. And you're just pissed because Rob doesn't like you. Mm-hmm. But like, you mugged off Connor. You mugged off whatever his name was in Casa. She ended that kind of nicely-ish. But like, you don't constantly get mugged off.
Yeah.
Cry me a river about Rob. Like, I can't. And what do you, like, why are you lying? Like, just
because you're a compulsive liar.
Just stop talking. Keep the dumb thoughts to yourself. Later in an episode when she says, maybe I should just shut the fuck up all the time. Yeah, you actually should, though. Because you cause so much trauma. No one believes you anymore. And you're dumb. I hate you. I've never hated a person as much as I hate her. And I don't even know her.
Yeah.
I can't stand everything she says. I just stop lying. Gah.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. Rob and Daniela talk because Daniela wants to like talk to Kaylor, and Rob says you should wait until Kaylor comes to you. Good move, Rob.
I wrote Rob looking uninterested in yet another awkward conversation.
That's just his face. And then we go to the first proper night in the villa.
And then one of them said, I haven't felt as happy in a long time. When? With Aaron 2 days ago?
Oh,
because that's what she said. She did. And then it's literally just a human swap. Again, the swap. What do you mean you've never been this happy? You looked happier with Aaron 2 days ago.
I already talked about all that. Why are you bringing it up?
Because she said that in this conversation like an idiot.
So angry.
Because she's stupid. And then Kaylor pulls her, and it's also a stupid convo.
Hold on. Kaylor pulled Rob first.
No, I don't care.
Because he wanted to know, or she wanted to know what Rob would say.
Rob.
Yeah, so she grills him for a little bit.
And nothing useful comes out of it because it's Rob.
Yep. I don't know why she bothered.
Because they're best friends. Like Rob and Aaron.
Yeah, but why would you bother? They're best friends.
I don't know. And then she pulls Daniela.
Yes.
And just asks her about the Casa experience and if Daniela's comfortable in sharing it. And she says, yeah, of course. And she tells her whatever side of her story and then immediately goes to the Casa girls and says she lied.
Yeah.
So that was useful.
She lied about how much they cuddled.
It's just so stupid. Just talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, she's asking you for a reason. I don't know what the point is in lying.
Mm-hmm.
And then admitting you lied about it. Just keep that shit to yourself like Leah does. Pretend you're not a liar. God.
It's better to know you're a liar, I guess, so.
It's just so stupid.
Miguel told Cordell to talk up Dea. So this is another, like, convo where the guys talk up Dea and not Serena.
And talk about how Serena's not the one. Yep. And then which they all lie about later. Can't wait.
Yep. And then we get Dea pulling Serena to chat.
Which was so awkward.
Yeah,
because,
it was the worst.
Oh, do you want me to tell you what happened? And Serena's like, no, but yeah, sure. But like she just looks so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And like it was just, I think, again, I just think Dea is too abrupt of a person and too forward. Because even in this conversation, she's basically just gloating about how great their connection was and all this stuff and how all the guys talked her up and how she's the better option and blah, blah, blah. Like, I feel like that was unnecessary stuff to tell Serena. Mm-hmm. Telling her about what happened, what you guys did, that's fine. I understand wanting to be open and share that. But I think the everything else and even mentioning that the guy said that she's a better fit and whatever was fucking rude.
Yeah.
And I'd be so mad.
It was too far. I agree with that. I don't blame Dea so much, but
I think you know that that's too much to tell somebody.
It for sure was. For sure.
Especially when you ask, do you want me to tell you everything? And she says, no,
yes.
Not really, but sure, you can. Like, it's not like she actually sounded super excited about having this conversation. I just think that was rough. It was too much. And then no wonder Serena fucking pops off.
Yes.
I would also pop off.
Yeah.
I'd be so mad after that conversation. And I guess she's not mad at Dea, and that's fine. It's not Dea's fault. It's just you overshared too much, and now she's pissed.
But then it goes into Serena talking about what Leah told her.
Oh, yeah.
So,
the 90-10
90-10 thing. So in this convo, Serena says that Leah said, Miguel said, that Cordell said he was feeling Serena 90% and Dea 10%. And that's why, and he had to bring her back anyway.
No, she only said Leah said this.
No, she said Leah said this, but Leah said Miguel said
No, wait, no, but then you're making this too. The only thing that Serena said was Leah told me that Cordell said he's 90% me, 10% you. Is that true? And she said no.
Yes.
And then she was mad about that. Serena doesn't know that it was actually Miguel.
No, she doesn't. Yes, she does, because she freaks out at Miguel too. And she walks around yelling.
Not about the 90-10 thing. She's mad because Dea specifically said that Miguel, Kendall, and Rob were all hyping about how much Dea's a good fit and a better fit. But then Miguel and Rob were the ones she had that conversation with earlier, where they were trying to like reassure her and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's what she's mad at Miguel for. She doesn't know that Miguel's the 90-10 thing, and neither does Cordell, because when Cordell talks to them about it after they have the big fight, Miguel fucking shuts his mouth and just doesn't speak for the rest of the conversation.
Yep.
and then says to Leah later about it again. And he's like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Like,
Everyone's a fucking liar.
that's stupid. And then Leah just took the blame for it and was like, you did say that to me, when Cordell yells at her.
Yeah, but like Cordell says he didn't say that to you.
I know, but I don't know why she was like, I swear you did, because it was Miguel.
Yeah.
It's just they're all so stupid.
Do I have also?
Yeah.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
Yeah, and Leah's like, oh, people tell me these things, but he didn't, because it was Miguel. Like, what is... You're stupid.
Or the edit is really mean and they're forcing us to think this way about Leah, but she's probably just a really stupid pathological liar.
Well, no, and the only reason I believe it, even without the edit, is because Liv and Kaylor both called her a liar.
Yeah.
If they didn't, I'd maybe believe that the edit is just like, they're really trying to make her the villain. But when your own friends say those things, I think you just are a liar, and that just is what it is. But no, and so Serena goes around and starts yelling at everybody.
Yeah.
And my favorite part was when she looked at Cordell and was like, what's your nappy ass looking at? Like, I almost peed myself. That was the funniest thing I've ever heard. But she's yelling at everybody, and then she says fuck you to Cordell and says fuck you to Miguel, because what you guys are saying to her is completely opposite what you're saying to Dea, and Dea
it's the same, that's the problem.
Sorry, yes. And like Dea explains that to them, and they're like, what? We did that?
Yes.
Like they're
yes, you did. You're stupid. Fuck you, Miguel. But also Serena needs to stop yelling at literally everyone, and at this point Cordell has done nothing different. But he's getting a lot of anger for things that other people said he did. And
that's the problem, is that he should have talked to her, which he wanted to, but she didn't want to talk to him, and I get that.
Yep.
But because he didn't ever have a conversation first, now it's a he said, she said from all these different people whispering shit in her ears. And that's basically what their conversation's about when she goes and yells at Cordell. Because he was like, well, that's why I wanted to talk to you. That's why I wanted to talk to you. And I was saying this to you when we were watching this. After this conversation, everybody should have left her alone. Like the one she had with Dea after she freaks out. Whatever.
Dea and her shouldn't have talked.
No, I agree. But whatever. Like if somebody wants to live, Kaylor, Janae, whoever wants to follow her and have a private conversation with her, I understand.
Yeah.
But they all should have just let her go and stop like yelling back or trying to get her to come back. And then her and Cordell, like that whole conversation shouldn't have happened between the two of them, because she is so mad that she can't have it now. She was finally probably getting to a point where if you had got to her before Dea, they could have probably had an okay conversation and at least just heard each other out. But at this point, she's so mad, she's not going to hear you out.
Yep.
She wants you to fuck off. She wants to yell at you, and then she just wants to go be by herself, and no one is letting her.
Yeah.
And and then fucking Leah is just yelling in the corner. Like, I can't.
Well, yeah. Now we go into Cordell following her after she storms off, and then like she basically just yells at him. That's actually where the episode ends, is during this fight.
Where she yells her piece. Well, I had Leah be a shit disturber. That was my last note of the episode.
Because then we go into episode 21, and it's that fight still, where we pick up immediately from. And
where Cordell yells at Leah. Or did that happen at the end of the episode? That's
right at the beginning, because we have them, like, Cordell and Serena fighting at the dock. Serena storms away from him.
Yep.
And then Cordell
goes and yells at Leah.
While Serena pulls Dea for another chat.
And he goes, what the fuck, Leah?
Yeah.
And she's like, I didn't say any of that, but you told me this, and you told me that it was 90-10, and that you were feeling blah, blah, blah. And he's like, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm not even good at math.
Yeah. Why would I bring up numbers? So he says it to Serena later. Sure. But like, nothing. And then he hugs Leah. And I'm like, stop. What are you talking about that you're now going to hug her and take her apology?
Yeah. It's fucking stupid, because they just agree. They don't even, like, she doesn't really apologize. She's just like, let's agree to disagree. I never know what I said, and I know what you said, but let's agree to disagree. And then he just accepts it, which is like, I guess you have to deal with.
Yeah, so to be with Leah. But she's like, where would I create this in my head? You didn't. Miguel said it. Miguel put it in your head.
Leah's just bad. She's just constantly being inceptioned by people talking to her.
Crazy.
And then she just reassociates who said what and makes it make sense.
And she's like, just erase the number shit, bro. No,
That was the point. That is literally why we're mad, because of the number shit that you spread.
Just stop talking to people. Everybody stop telling your shit to Leah.
Yeah.
How has that not been a lesson learned in this show yet?
Because, I don't know.
It's because you're trapped there all together, so it just happens. It's like word vomit.
Yeah.
Fuck. Anyway.
The boys take Cordell, and then they, like, chat to, like, get him to relieve the stress there. And he's so pissed off at Leah, and he's stressed with Serena here. And this is where the boys all say, like, you need to, like, leave Serena alone. It's not worth it to continue right now.
And then
And this is where Miguel doesn't own up to the 90.
Yeah, he just sits there.
Yeah.
And then it, like, I don't know.
I'm not even good at math. Why would I bring up numbers and shit? That again.
I liked that she apologized to Dea for, like, popping off, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was, like, nice of her to at least apologize, because, like, it is Dea's fault, but it isn't Dea's fault, you know? And then, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I liked that before they had their conversation, like, Dea pulls Cordell and Serena at the same time and tries to get them, and, like, says what she needs to say, and then she says, get your peace, but chill the fuck out, and then walks away.
Yeah. I'd be like, no, you started this conversation, and I don't want to be here.
No, but I get what she's doing in this situation.
Yeah, but, like...
And this is where he says, I'm bad at math. Why would I say numbers?
Yeah.
Fucking Cordell.
So they sit there and they talk, and it just goes on about, like, Cordell being a piece of shit.
But then
and
he says he wants to fight for her.
Which is dumb.
Is how the end of this conversation goes. And then he wants to fight for her, and she says, we'll see, which I was actually surprised about. I really thought that Serena would never forgive him. I don't know why. She just, because of everything she says, she's just so intense that I'm surprised that she's even, like, willing.
Hearing this out.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in this situation, if Cordell, I don't care if you want to go back to Serena and whatever, but you need to then tell Dea, because you can't, like, it's not fair for you to know you want to fight for Serena and be with Serena and whatever, and then to just keep getting to know Dea. Like, that's...
Yeah, you need to pick one and go for it and end it with the other one and actually give up.
Yeah, because it's just, like, you shouldn't have brought her in the first place. I understand why some people do. Like, Leah's pretty chill about Miguel bringing back Sierra. And, like, some people are more chill about that. We've seen it in other seasons, too, when people bring back. They're not, like...
Yeah.
Some situations are okay, and they understand you need to get to know two people, and that's fine. But I don't know in what universe anyone would have thought Serena's okay with that.
Yeah.
She's not.
Stupid.
Yeah, like, we all know that.
So we keep beating this dead horse.
I'm like, fuck.
Okay, so we jump over to Miguel and Leah talking, and this is where they're talking about the fight. And Leah has a good line where she says, I just need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I need to learn to shut the fuck up, please.
Please, Leah, please.
I also was talking about Kendall before Miguel and Leah, because Serena like apologizes to him, basically.
Yeah.
For popping off, and he's like, oh, no worries, I love you so much, I was kind of hurt when you yelled at me or whatever. I'm like, but you have so many times hyped up Dea over her and continue to do it. Why are you lying to her face and pretending you're hurt?
Yeah.
That's fucking rude.
Yeah, Kendall kind of sucks.
He kind of sucks. And I cannot believe Nicole never got mad at him for being a piece of shit.
Yeah, she really should have.
Like I said, one conversation, one and done. I'm fine with, like, forgiving him pretty easy, but she should have said something. Not a girl's girl. Not Liv. Not a girl's girl.
Kenny and Janae chat. This is where Janae apologizes to Kenny about overreacting because of their situation, the fact that they were together for 2 days.
And she said that she just has had it hard in the past and she was being selfish. But I like that she was self-aware and apologized and understands where she went wrong and why she went wrong.
Maybe Janae is a 40-year-old man.
Yeah,
how mature
I kind of do think. But I think that's nice of you to be able to admit what you did wrong and then explain to him why.
Yep.
And apologize for it. Like, that was nice. I liked that convo. I think he obviously liked that convo.
And this is where she says, this is just a commercial break before getting back to the regular program.
Yes. Because he basically said, like, Janae is his choice.
Yeah.
He brought Catherine to test his relationship with Janae, which was a fucked up sentence.
Yeah, it's stupid. That's a dumb thing to say.
Yeah, just let Catherine go. Let her fly free with the wind. The fact that, I know we haven't gotten to it yet, but let's talk about it for a sec, because the fact that Miguel is the first one to break it off with the Casa girl and be honest is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Out of all of the people, really, Miguel's going to be the mature, good human and say to Sierra, hey, I just wanted to be honest with you. I just think that I really see more something with Leah, and that's the route I want to go. And you're a great person. I just don't think it's you. So please please go talk to other people, whatever you want to do. I want you to still enjoy your experience. It's just crazy to me that Miguel
did that.
Is the first one.
Over Kenny, over
Cordell. Like, you've all basically in your chat said that you have now chosen this person or want to fight for someone and still haven't said anything to the other one.
Yeah.
Go Miguel. You're killing it in life.
Speaking of Miguel, he apologized to Serena. Yeah. And then that's the last thing that happens before we all go to bed.
And I was proud of him for apologizing.
Yeah.
For owning up to his shit, except for when he didn't own up.
Except for when
90-10 person. That's fine. Whatever. I don't care if you all think it's Leah.
Morning time.
Well, don't forget that Dea said she didn't even want to sleep in the bed next to Cordell because she could tell his head was already turned to Serena. That was awkward.
Yeah. That happened. Yeah.
I was like, ugh.
Or was that in the morning?
Nope, that was at night before they went to bed because she already didn't want to sleep next to him.
Okay. Morning time comes, and this is where I feel bad for Kat because she gets out of bed, and then Janae just hops in with Kenny. And I was just like, oh, sad.
But then Kane brings Liv breakfast, and she just loves food so much. Liv's really grown on me in the last couple episodes.
Miguel is being very coy with who he likes more, if it's Sierra or Leah.
Yeah.
Which we all know the ending now.
Well, when we all knew it was Leah anyway.
Yep. Aaron and Rob chat on the dock about how Aaron wants to make Kaylor
his girlfriend. In a couple days, though, not yet.
Yes. Which is good advice that Rob gives him.
He wants to let things settle a bit more and just tell her how he feels and then...
Yeah.
And then make her his girlfriend. Rob just loves love. He's a lover of love.
Yep.
You know who hates love? Love Island. Because I feel like they're really stirring shit up this year.
Yeah.
When we go to this game. Has that happened yet? No,
not yet.
Diane Cordell.
It's like the last thing. Diane Cordell. I have Miguel pulling Sierra for that.
Well, I know, but I already talked about it.
So moving on.
Past that.
Kaylor and Aaron talk, and I just said it was stupid because they're right back in love.
Yeah, I just didn't. We're just gonna not talk about them very much because this is a very like hot and cold episode for them.
Yeah,
they're hot right now. That's what we'll say.
Kenny and Janae chat, and they're all flirty again.
Yeah.
And then we go to Cordell and Dea, chatting about how they like each other still.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get the talking head, and Cordell says he wants Serena.
Yeah, like oh my God, just tell her.
Yeah.
That's so mean. I don't even like Dea, but that's so mean.
Yeah, figure out your shit, Cordell.
He's pulling Aaliyah. Because he's doing exactly what she did to Connor.
Poor Connor. Rest in peace, Connor.
So then Sierra gets a text about a dramatic bitchy game coming on.
Hashtag Motormouth.
Yeah. So essentially
It's not even a game. It's so stupid.
It's not. So essentially they drive little tiny cars. Either if you're single, you're alone. If you're with your couple goes. You read two tweets essentially from the public, and you have to decide who you think the tweets are about. They go sit on a thing, whoever you picked. You then get to read who the real answer was about. Then you go to the second one, do the same thing, and then all the people you chose get gooed.
Yep.
And then they get a fucking shot of color thrown into their mouth.
Yep. Poor Kaylor.
So, yeah. I don't know, like most dramatic.
It was really dumb. I have like a list of basic things.
My surprise one was blank rubs me the wrong way and I want her out. And I was surprised it was Nicole.
Yeah.
I would guess any of the other girls over Nicole.
Yeah, because she's so like lukewarm.
Yeah, like I was like, okay. And then same in that one. The fact that somebody else said that they thought Catherine last-ditch effort with Kenny just to get in the villa, and I agree.
Yep.
And even Kenny was like, now that you say that, yeah, I could kind of see it. Because she kissed him an hour before he got to choose. Like, I don't know. I see it.
Yep. Aaron got called out for his handshake.
Yeah, with Nicole.
That was one of them.
Not Nicole. With Nicole. With Daniela.
With Daniela and...
Yeah, asked
Taylor.
Daniela about her handshake.
Yep.
Leah got biggest ick.
Rob got called out for being
Oh.
weird. That was one that I enjoyed.
Normal.
Kendall is the biggest ick.
Yep.
Uh,
Which he said, if it's me, I'm going home. And then it was him, which is great, but he didn't go home, unfortunately.
yeah.
He pulled a Rob.
Dea was here for Cordell's brother. Check her DMs or something.
But then,
So that became a thing.
yeah, and but then, so she was here for an agenda. But then later, when they're talking about it, I didn't think about it. I don't know why I only thought DMs, but they were like, oh yeah, she probably commented on his stuff, and that's how people found it.
Yeah.
But someone had to have found this to voice it. Like, found even one comment, like she said, well, I might have commented on a picture of my ex and him or whatever. And like, that just seems a little sus in a way. I think that her forwardness is a little fake in a way. I don't think that she's here for Cordell's brother. That would actually be insane, that you somehow think if you got with Cordell on this show, he's going to take you home, and then you're going to actually be like, just kidding, just wanted to meet your bro. That's ridiculous.
Yes.
That's actually ridiculous. But I feel like she got too offended too quickly in that too. It was weird.
Well, she knows how... She probably has had a conversation with him about how, like, he's affected by that shit.
Maybe. I don't know. It just was a lot.
Leah did get called out for being a bitch.
So did
Or toxic or something. And both of them... Like, I think it was a tweet about Liv, but they guessed Leah.
Yes. And it was that Liv is a mean girl.
Yeah.
And not, yeah, that was basically it. Baddest bitch went to Janae.
Kenny is a king.
Kenny is a king. And then there was, what was the savage ass question at Daniela about being an object, being passed around from Aaron to Rob. That was savage. And like, it's weird, but
Yep.
that was a lot. And then she was so sad. And I was like, oh, well.
And then the last one was Kaylor. They didn't even show the worst of it.
I feel bad for Kaylor. They didn't even show her the worst of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was also like 10 about Serena and Cordell.
Yeah, I didn't write down anything because, like, it's literally what they've been fighting about this whole time. None of them were, like, surprising or...
No, and she knew it was going to be her every time that stuff happened. So
yeah.
I felt for them because it was, like, I feel like he got gooed, like, 6 times.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, like, I felt bad for him. That was rough. Ian's whole joke was, little did you know he was going to get to the shower first. Stupid.
Kaylor they all leave and they're all slimy for the rest of the day because they all have to take showers slowly one by one.
Why did Leah say she wasn't toxic during the game also? To that question, she's like, I don't think I'm toxic.
Because you're a liar to yourself.
She just like got so mad and lost it about pretending not being like that. And she got called not a girl's girl.
Leah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was she's not. So...
She's a Leah girl.
Yeah, like, she's only for her. But I just couldn't believe how offended she was by it and, like, pretending she's not. Anyways, continue. Oh, it was Cordell did what? In bed with who? That was the big one that they were pissed about.
So we all go back. Everyone's slimy. We get Kaylor being upset about what the public saw that she doesn't know.
And then she asks Daniela about it.
Yep.
And she's just so naive. Like, I trust you. I trust that you didn't mean to not tell me, or I trust anything you say, and blah, blah, blah. Like, you're so naive, girl. Just stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We go Serena complaining about being slimed so much. Then we go to Dea explaining that her ex-boyfriend went out for dinner with Cordell's brother at one point, who is a famous footballer, and she commented on a photo of her ex-boyfriend and brother.
I did note that Kaylor is crying too much for me now.
Okay, good.
And that she was spiraling, and she wanted Aaron to be a mind reader.
Yeah.
I also took note that Love Island can never just let people be in love.
No.
Because Aaron wanted to make her his girlfriend, and then he says, well, now he
not
can't.
happening.
So,
Yeah.
like, why do you guys hate love? Your whole show is about love.
No, it's not.
Love.
It's about the drama.
And then, do you have more? Sorry. I'll stop cutting you off. Go ahead.
I have Liv being sad about the public thinking she's a bitch.
Oh, I felt bad.
Don't be a bitch.
I know, but like she's trying to protect her friends. I just felt bad.
Yeah. Then Danielle and Rob chat about the game, and then she feels bad about Aaron, and she doesn't like the whole being passed around thing.
Even though it's true. Continue.
No, it's true. She just feels bad. And then this is where we get Kaylor pulling Daniela for the chat to explain
what the comment was about, which was about him asking her to shower, which was apparently a joke. We never saw it. So I don't know how I don't think that's what the public's talking about because we didn't really see that.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that, but like maybe the public just thinks like because Kaylor hasn't seen them making out and stuff and how often they kissed.
Well, but they all think it's the shower comment. I'm like 90% sure we didn't see that, but maybe we didn't. I just didn't think it was a big deal.
Yeah.
In my head, and then her and Aaron are fighting about it after.
They literally don't stop fighting about this for the rest of the time. It's all about the shower and she crying about the shower.
And he's like trying to be like, I didn't think it was a big deal. And she's like, but it's a big deal to me. Okay, and at that point, Aaron, just say, okay, I understand. I'm sorry. And move on. Why do you keep yelling at her that it's not a big deal? The two of you yelling, it's not a big deal. It's a big deal. It's not a big... None of you has to concede. And unfortunately in life, it's probably the man. So just fucking give up. Because also you were in the wrong in half of this situation. So just fucking concede with the argument.
I suppose.
Well, you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, and I just want to say I suppose you were correct, and I would give it to you if I have to. I also want to make a side note about Kaylor being so upset about a shower comment. They're both saying they didn't shower, so let's assume that she believes them they didn't shower.
Yeah.
Leah also made a let's go shower together comment at Aaron in like one of the first few episodes when he was slimy.
Yeah, but
So it's if you're going to get mad at comments, you also need to get mad at Leah.
But I don't know if Kaylor heard that.
No, she didn't.
Was there.
Aaron wasn't around for that, which is why Aaron walked around there and was looking for her.
Well, maybe it'll come up at movie night.
That one won't. That's such a minor thing.
Leah is not going to get shit on at movie night at all, and that makes me mad.
Because no one cares about what she's done.
I care.
Well, we've already seen it, and we're already upset.
I care for her friends, not for like a love interest. I don't give a shit about Miguel.
Okay, that's fair. We're at evening time. Everyone's all dressed up.
Wow, you have so many more notes than me. Go ahead.
This is where Aaron and Kaylor fight. It's at night.
Well, yeah.
They fight about the shower thing at night after they're all dressed up, and this is where Rob is wearing overalls over a shirt.
And Danielle says, you look so good. No, he doesn't. He's wearing the same outfit he wears every night.
No, he has a shirt on.
I don't care. Those overalls are terrifying. And I'm also mildly disturbed that when I creeped his TikTok, he's also wearing those fucking overalls. How long have you had these overalls?
D and the D.
Oh my God. I forgot about the D and the D. Ew. He probably didn't have underwear on in the fucking...
Probably not.
In those TikToks we watched of him. Oh my God. He makes me uncomfortable. He makes me more uncomfortable now that I've seen his TikTok.
So this is the Aaron and Kaylor fight. We already explained it.
They yell at each other.
We'll skip that.
It never gets
that's
better.
The last thing.
Yeah, and then we get told there's a movie night. Yeah. And this is the other section where I'm like, they hate love. Because we've already just pissed everybody off with these rude-ass tweets that, like, offended everyone. They're still fighting, and now they're going to fucking be like, okay, you guys have half made up. You got over the first and second and third fight. Let's move on to new ones.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked. They didn't even give them a day. They're just going to fucking whip the fight out. Holy fuck, I can't.
Okay. Also in the preview, Hideaway gets shown, and they immediately ruin it by showing Kendall and Nicole in the Hideaway.
Because the Hideaway hasn't happened yet. It's not very exciting.
Well, yeah, but like...
Definitely have sex.
No, I don't care about that. But if you're going to be like, Hideaway, it's a big special thing, like, then just say Hideaway and then don't tell us who goes in immediately.
But they didn't make it a big thing. They just showed the Hideaway.
Well, like, Why
I
show it in the
whatever.
preview for the next episode?
Maybe they're faking us out. Maybe that's them in bed and not in the hideaway, and it's gonna be Kayla and Aaron.
Yeah.
Maybe they all voted Kayla and Aaron go, but then they were like, "No, I'm not going. I'm mad."
Maybe. Okay, favorite boy?
I put Kenny.
Kenny. Me too. Yeah, Kenny. Or should I give it points for Miguel for breaking it off Sierra?
Miguel was really like adult in this episode,
Mostly.
except for the 90-10 thing. But like, I think he did pretty good this episode.
Or do I give it to Rob
No,
for being Aaron's boyfriend?
for wearing overalls.
For being a good boyfriend to Aaron?
Rob for Dick and Denim.
No.
It's Kenny.
Fine, it's Kenny. I don't want to have the same one as you, though.
Oh my
Makes
god.
me mad.
Who'd you put for favorite girl?
Favorite girl in this one? I don't know.
Who'd you put?
I didn't write anything.
Oh, I already wrote mine down, so it's not like I can steal your answer.
I'm going to say my favorite girl was Liv.
Wow.
Yeah.
Giving it to Liv.
I'm giving it to Liv because she didn't do anything stupid, and then I felt bad that she feels bad that she got called out.
A mean girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel bad for her. I feel like she's very, like, I think she is a bitch. It's not that, but I think she is similar to me in a way of where I also just speak my mind and people don't like me for it. And I feel you in that way because people don't like people who are brutally honest a lot of the time. So I get why she's upset by that. That's shitty feeling. But like also she was a bitch in half these episodes in the beginning. So it's a hard one. I put Nicole because we barely even had to look at her this episode besides the game. So she was the least dramatic. She stayed out of everyone's shit.
True.
She was just chill. I like that. That's what I'm looking for in my favorite people. And then who's your favorite couple right now?
Rob and Daniela seem the most in love and not terrible because I'm still mad at Kendall for being a piece of shit.
Fair. I put Kayla and Aaron because I believe in love.
Wow.
I believe in true love of my winners of Love Island Season 6 USA.
Or he's gaslighting her and he's a monster.
I'm also just on the Aaron front. I can't stop thinking about the other TikTok I watched where the girl talked about how he was on that other game first.
The traitors.
Yeah, and how he won and then gave his money to his mom and then asked for some of it back because he was having financial issues. And I never even thought about that in their intros. He was the only one that talked about the prize money. That's crazy. What if he is just here for that? I'm mad now. I was watching that and I was like, no, get out of here.
No, it's fine. He's here for love.
And money.
Here for love.
Kayla chooses to take all the money.
No, you can't do that.
I think you can.
No, you can't.
I think you can. You choose to split it. One of you does.
No. Because you win as a couple.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of F-Boy Island.
Yeah, you are.
Damn it. There's too many reality shows.
Anyway, see you tomorrow night.